Motivational, personal development, communicator. I'm full set, you celibate. Married to the game, which one is irrelevant? They want to lock me in, trying to figure out what cell I'm in. But I'm in no box, and I don't box. But I'm like locks on your soapbox. You can't touch this soap. It's past hammer time, and you can't front this dope. I said it's past hammer time, and you can't front this dope. But unlike the lean, this will give you a head of steam, enough thoughts to contemplate and establish every dream. Yes, sir. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is K. Jamal Jones. Welcome to Kenyon Jones Presents. This is our Row TRS series, Row TRS, which is short for Rock Out with the Rock Stars. This is episode 4, and today we want to talk about MPDC. That's motivation, personal development, and communication. When you hear motivation, there's a lot of things that come to mind when you hear the word motivation. But today, we want to talk specifically about what motivation is. So many times, you'll hear people say, motivation doesn't last. Motivation doesn't work. And the thing that I'm reminded about when I hear that is that if you're going to say motivation doesn't work and it doesn't last, which is a valid point, then I can say the same thing for a shower. A shower doesn't last, but if you neglect to take a shower, then you'll be in need to take another shower very soon. So the fact of the matter is that though motivation may not last, motivation on a daily basis is the mental shower that every human being needs to get their mind right. So some of us might feel like, well, you know what? I motivate myself. I don't need, outside motivation. I don't need external motivation. That's not something that I need. Well, regardless if you motivate yourself or if somebody else is doing it for you, the fact of the matter remains is that some form of motivation has to take place. So as we get up each morning and we go about our business, we go outside and get ready for our day, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, hour, 2 hours, some form of motivation should take place. Because like I said, motivation is a mental shower that every human being should participate in. When I think about personal development, some people read the Bible for personal development. Some people read books on self-help. Some people read autobiographies. Some people read, stories about people who are successful in the field that they want to jump into, whatever it is. So personal development is something that, varies. Some people are maybe exercise. Some people may be physical exercise as well as reading, as well as meditating, as well as praying. Whatever it is that you need to do to personally develop yourself is very key and it's important. And the last point we want to talk about today is communication. Now, communication comes in so many different forms. It can be verbal communication. It can be nonverbal communication. It can be body language. It can be written communication through storytelling, through poetry, through an article that you write to communicate to an audience how you feel. It can be through spoken word. It can be through rap music. It can be through, conveying a message to a sales team. Whatever it is, communication has a lot of different forms. So when I talk about motivational personal development, communication, the reason why I use spoken word or rap or poetry or whatever it is you want to call it is because of the fact that more important than anything that I'm doing, first, I'm a communicator. That's first and foremost. So I will do everything I have to do to communicate a point to make sure that that point is well taken. So if I have an audience who may be, an audience who enjoys oratory and they just want to hear a speech, I can address them and get my point across through oratory, through speech. If I have an audience who wants to be entertained through spoken word, and not in the sense of, entertainment, but just in the sense of them being able to grasp more information because it's being given to them in a way that is entertaining to their ears, but at the same time, it's hitting them, and it's not just hitting them and getting them hype and getting them excited, but it's hitting them, it's making sense, and it's resonating with them, and it's staying with them. So if I have to do it through my writing, I'll do it through writing for people who would rather read rather than listen. Whatever it is I need to do to communicate to get my point across, that's what I'll do. So I've been fortunate, I've been blessed to have many gifts, talents, and abilities. And as a communicator, it's my job to make sure that the message is conveyed in whatever way it needs to be conveyed. So sometimes as you watch TRS on YouTube, you may see me, putting words together through spoken word. You may hear me, just speaking primarily. Whatever it is I need to do to get my point across, that is what I'm going to do. So at the end of the day, we all have to do what we were put on this earth to do. Men, women, children, we have to be who we are, and we have to represent what it is that we represent. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve in this capacity. I don't take this for granted at all. I know that somebody is being helped by all the content that I put out. I do it with a glad heart, and my prayer and my hope is that you find out what your gift, what your talent, what your abilities are, so that you can go out and rock out with the rock stars. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to everyone who watches Kenyon Jones Presents. Thank you to all who subscribe to our YouTube page. I'm truly grateful, truly honored, and truly privileged to serve you in this capacity. Thank you for watching. God bless.